Albert Einstein said that imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. That's what your imagination is. Your imagination is actually very, very real. It is impossible for you to think an impossible thought. That is impossible. You can't think something that ain't possible. You ain't that smart.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
So sometimes it's something that you actually write out?
A lot of times. The song Murder Was the Case, I wrote that song because I was thinking about life after death. The song was initially called Dave, D-A-V-E, Death After Visualizing Eternity.
Whoa.
And it was crazy that I was thinking of shit like that, and I had made a song called Murder Was the Case that was about me losing my life. But before I lost my life, I cut a deal with the devil, but then God came back and gave me another chance. That was in my mind, but when I wrote it, it just became some gangster shit, but that was the premise behind it. And it was just in my head, like, I want to write a song like this, and then 3 months later, I caught a murder case in real life.
Whoa.
Yes, so my pen was actually writing reality. So I had to pull back from certain things and say, maybe I should start writing about life and living instead of always writing about dying and death.
Whoa.
Deep.
If you are really confident about your financial situation, you probably are not going to be wearing an 8-pound chain around your neck. Because you know, oh, I got bank. I don't have to show you how much I got. I feel good.
God created humans as creatives or creators. So he created us to create stuff, and he made us to make stuff. When God made man, here's what he said. He said, let us make man in our image. Well, in order for God to say, let us make man in our image, guess what had to exist first? The image had to exist before he could say that, or there would be no image to make God man in the image of. So it starts with the image. That's the highest. Imagination. Then God said, that's communication. And the last thing that it says in Genesis chapter 2, verse number 7, and the Lord God formed or squeezed man of the dust of the ground. That's the implementation. The last thing God made or formed was the man's body. And when God formed the body, he breathed the man, the imagination, the communication, and the unification into the body that he formed. And the man became a living soul.
My mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're going to do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules.
Let me tell you how manifestation works. People often talk about the fact you have to visualize where you want to be. And if you manifest, everything will come true. Sounds a bit airy-fairy, sounds a bit out there, but I'll tell you why manifestation is important. If you could view a movie of your life if you dedicated yourself, and juxtapose it against a movie of your life if you continue down the path you're on, which is semi-trying.
My goal was to go out, I had a plan. My plan is to go out there and run 4 fucking miles. But guess what? Everybody's got a fucking plan so they can hit in the fucking mouth. That's for Mike Tyson. So when your plan fails, when those bullshit fucking laws get too heavy, when you get knocked the fuck down on the fucking canvas, when everything falls apart in your life and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option. Stay fucking hard.
When you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. It's about stamina. It's about you won't break me. You can't take me. I fought too long. I fought too hard. If I was going to quit Satan, you should have got me a 17 homie.
The people that you spend time with are going to make or break your dreams. Everybody don't deserve to be around you. You got to defend your light with your life.
And your brain is the most powerful weapon. I talk about that in one of these chapters. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, yeah, it's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets.
Easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline. You ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
I mean, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote. And if you can do that, you could be successful in anything.
You normally are.